Good morning. Sunday, November 20th, 2022. It is 6:01 a.m. in my locale. Discovered yesterday why the video cut off. Like everybody else, my phone is also my alarm clock. My alarm at 6 a.m. goes off to remind me to go do something. It went off and cut off the video while it was encoding. So who do you blame? This guy. So now we're doing it at 6:01. Temperature is 74 degrees. It's slightly humid. It rained a little bit last night, but they were like showers. It would go on for like 2 minutes and stop, 2 minutes and stop. Every morning I get up, and the first thing I do after I take care of my personal issue, and then I take care of Queso's personal issue, is put him on the dinette, and I unlock the door, and I open it, and I look up. I want to see what's going on today. And the skies were clear. So, although it does some clouds in the back, it does say watch out for wet conditions walking to work or anything else. Into every life, a little rain must fall, is what my mother used to say. So, I think we're going to be fine. All right, so let's start over here. I'm going to pop this open. All right, 1 second. And I'm going to try to open our daily Zen poem. Okay. Other than that, let's see. While we're waiting for the site to load up, yesterday was good. I finally went on the bay side, and I was blown away. It was a little cloudy, a little cool, a little windy, still blown away. I saw brown pelicans in the trees, and these birds are huge. I mean, I'm used to turkeys and chickens, and they're about this little bigger than a turkey. These guys are sitting all in the trees. I saw two bald eagles. Okay, that was neat. Osprey, of course. And what else did we see? White pelican. We saw some dolphin, and we saw a couple of crocodile. So all in all, it was an amazing tour. And because the bay is so very shallow, you have to follow these channels. So we have to take these roundabout routes around the keys that are out there and do what we need to do because the bay is like, I don't know, 3.5 feet. So that's really wild and shallow. And those keys, somebody asked me the difference between a key and an island is mainly made out of something solid, like some type of land, some type of rock, something that's important. Where a key is basically an area that's raised up in a shallow area that's built on coral or coral stone, like that very open limestone. It's not solid rock. It's that open pitted stuff. That's why they call it Key West and Rabbit Key and Tea Table Key, because it's built on coral. It's not built on rock, solid rock, like a basalt or a granite. And hey, there's our poem. I like this. I love it when it all just kind of smashes together because this is what I was thinking about this morning. Simplicity is something that our fundamental nature inherently possesses. If we prepare in advance and nurture it within ourselves, then wherever we happen to be, whether in wealth and high rank, or poverty and low status, in foreign lands or in difficult circumstances, we deal with whatever situation we are in by retaining our simplicity there. By retaining our simplicity, it is not increased when we do great deeds or reduced when we are dwelling in obscurity. Wherever we go, we are at peace because we have found simplicity. New boy, 1487, 1503. I'm going to take a sip of coffee and just let that sit right there because if there's anything more simple than a cup of coffee, I'm not sure what is. I was just reflecting to someone the other day how my life when I lived in a large house and I lived with people who, for lack of better terms, drank the Kool-Aid and the constant hurry and hassle of run over here to work, or we have to go get this, or oh my god, the prices are rising, or oh, we got to run an hour to go take the child to do this while the child is screaming and demanding that you take her to go to a convenience store of some sort or a fast food place, and you have to buy them food because they were too lazy to get up and get the food we had already bought at an overpriced ticket and put it in the house. And all that nutty. And I've always been a bit of a minimalist. I've always been pretty easy. And now I live in a very small space. It's very easy to keep clean. My life is very simple. And I am away from that. I don't want to say mad. I want to say controlled society. And I now have the freedom through that simplicity that if they try to bring that society here, I can go, nope. And if they go, you'll have to leave, I'll go, all right. They need me more than I need them at this point. So they're going to just understand that the quiet no and the simple I don't consent, I refuse is going to be the most powerful thing we can do. What I wish for you guys is to have that simplicity. To be able to wake up and go, you know what? I got like 3 or 4 things I want to do today. We're going to get at our own pace. We're going to get it done, and it's going to be effective, and it's going to be great. I'm going to go out in the sunshine. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to get these things done. I'm going to stop and have a cup of coffee, and we're going to really organize and plan our day to maximize our happiness and our effectiveness, not in that order. And we're going to minimize noise, pain, stupid, crazy, and control. Enough on that. I'll get off my soapbox and we're going to do our daily rune pull. Let's get started. All right. You're looking at it backward. I'll do it. There you go. That is Kano. And I don't think we've ever pulled that one before in our group. Let's take a look together. Sorry, buddy. Man, having a hard time finding the pair. It is. This is the rune of opening, renewed clarity, dispelling the darkness that has been shrouding some part of your life. You are free now to receive and to know the joy of non-attached giving. Thanksgiving coming up. That's a beautiful thing. Okay. I would be remiss if I did not say, be careful what you give, and be careful who you give to. Not all gifts are accepted, and giving a person a piece of hickory that they carve into a bat to take to your head, not a good gift. Not to you. Kano is the rune for the morning of all activities, which seriousness, clear intent, and concentration are essential for the beginning of work. The protection offered by Kano is, the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your conditioning. Sounds like simplicity, doesn't it? In relationships, there now can be a mutual opening up. You may serve as the trigger, the timekeeper, though your awareness, the light of understanding is once again available to you both. I don't recommend that because our society and our family are so fractured and divided by foolishness, and most of these people are brainwashed and stupid. Be very careful who you reach out to, especially around holidays. I was just having this conversation the other day. I don't get it. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, weddings, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, funerals, and any other family event like that tends to bring out stress and problems. Me personally, I'm breaking the third, fourth, fifth wall here. Me personally, I've retired from doing all that. If you invite me to a birthday party, the answer is going to be no, thank you. I'll put a card in the mail. I'll throw some cash in it. Wedding, no, thank you. Have a fine day. Here's a card with some cash in it. Bar mitzvah, Bob mitzvah, no, thank you. Here's a card with some cash in it. Thanksgiving, I will admit I'm going to go to the common room and they're doing a Thanksgiving buffet style. I'm going to grab a couple of plates and head back to the RV. But, you know, some of your family, especially now that they have divided you people to the point of crazy. No, thank you. Take the $40 you were going to spend to buy the sweet potato casserole there. Give it to a food bank. Put it in their name. Send them the card. Christmas, same thing. Same thing. If you're fortunate enough to have people around you that are like-minded, share your values, and you have something to offer each other, by all means, get in the room, get into the program. If you don't, or you think there's going to be that stress, no, thank you, donation, money in a card, reclaim your time, the total capital of your life, and your peace. Recognize while on one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other you exist in the perfect center where the harmonious and beneficent forces of the universe merge and radiate. You are that center. Simply put, if you have been operating in the dark, there is now enough light to see the patient on the operating table as yourself. Always get better, right? Hang on a second, the pages are falling apart here. I don't think they make this book anymore. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I know they make these, but I don't think they make this. I think the fellow sadly passed on years ago, and there's simply no way to get another copy of this. I mean, if there's one in the far-flung area, maybe, but it's, 30 years old, 35 years old, I don't know. Okay, next up. And we're going to do this for somebody because they said they couldn't hear him snort. There, you hear that little clicky? You can give a snort, guy. There you go. Linda, I hope you heard that. I was waiting for the snort. No. I love you. Yes, I love you. Yeah? You gonna eat in a little bit? Oh, we got a yawn. Back to sleep for you until 7 when it's breakfast time. There we go. Ugh. All right, I think we've already gone through our daily message here, through bits and pieces. So we'll do a quick wrap up for you. Okay, quick wrap up. Simplicity, our poem. When you get a simple life, when you bring your personal nature down to the simple, the essential, or as I hope you're watching, young man, to focus on the fundamentals, you bring it down to something incredibly important. Then it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Doesn't matter if it's sunny or rainy. Doesn't matter whether your boss is giving you static, or you got a coworker that's doing good, or you're in that zone and grooving with everybody. Doesn't matter. None of that matters anymore. What matters is that you have taken inside of yourself that wherever you go, no matter what you're doing, washing dishes, anything, you're at peace. And that's a very Zen component. That focus and that mindset of always being peaceful. Now, I go to work and I'm excited sometimes. Like yesterday, I got off the boat, I was excited. And you know what? I also consider excitement at something, happiness at something, to be at personal peace with yourself and your surroundings, your environment. So that's where I'd like to focus with you guys today. You know, that opening, working on you, working on your situation, working on your personal needs to take care of you. Because remember, if you're not running at 100%, there's simply no way you can help somebody else. You've got to be ready for you. This is why for years and years and years, my daughter thought I didn't sleep, because she never saw me, except on the weekends when I was t-shirt and jeans, not without a tie, a shirt, maybe a sport coat, pair of slacks, my shoes. Because by the time she woke up, or had to wake up at 6 a.m. because we had to head off and we had the breakfast and daycare and all that stuff, or go to school, I had already had 2 cups of coffee. I had already let the dog out. I was already showered, shaved, and fully dressed. Because I was at 100%, so I could take care of somebody else at 100%. So if there's somebody you need to care about today, take a look at you. Make sure you're running at 100%. Very important. Find simple. The minimalists do this. Got his name. Leah Babachua does this. I'm trying to remember. Joshua Becker does this. Take something and break it down to its essential components, and you take a look, and you'll find the most important things, and those are the things you pick up. And then you realize what you don't really need or what is just nonsense. My favorite example is we go to work, and the kids, I'm going to call them kids at my age, yabbity, 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 gossip, 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 gossip. Unimportant. You're not supposed to have your phone out at work. I can if I'm taking pictures for work. Okay. They're in one of the activity booths of phone. There's their phone. What are they doing? Watching TikTok videos. Unimportant. Their lives are so noisy that they have a hard time getting back to the simple. And every once in a while, I find one that does. And that guy or that girl, they're cool. So today I want you to find the simple. Today I want you to be that opening. Today I want you to improve on some aspect or function of your life by breaking it down to those essential components and finding the simple. Maybe putting it back together and then moving forward with that. See how it works. You can always put stuff back. The hard part is when you take stuff away, because then it becomes a little more complex. Oddly enough, by removing things, it makes it more complex, but by simplifying it first and then putting it together, it makes it easier. Nobody said the universe had to make sense. We just had to say that it existed. So on that note, I think what I am going to do is finish my coffee. And I am going to feed Queso at 7, shower, shave, and go to work. Hopefully today will be a nice and busy day. I don't work Tuesday, Wednesday. I do work Thursday, Friday, and that's Thanksgiving. One of the things I did note was that it says, I have a piece of paper that says that we don't work Thursday or Friday, Thanksgiving Day after Thanksgiving. And it may be that that is a paper for a seasonal employee. It's possible. It may not be a piece of paper for a full-time employee, and I'm going to get some clarity on that, and that's going to be fine. I don't mind working. It doesn't bother me one bit. But if there's nobody there, what do we do? So we have to think about that. Okay, I've gone on long enough. I see 17 minutes. I'm running at the mouth today. Have a good day. Take care of you. And as always, like-minded, shares your values, has something to offer. You build on those 3 things, I guarantee you are going to be building things that are enduring, lasting, and loving. I will see you tomorrow.